Banter fam, what's happening, guys? Okay, we have Bitcoin just tickling all-time highs, right? We're sitting now at $106,000 with a small rejection. And what we have here, guys, is we basically are getting to this very narrow point, right? Supports are rising very quickly. You could see that the pullbacks are getting less on Bitcoin. Okay, and we just keep breaking these important barriers. Now we are sitting at the most important resistance, the one which is all-time highs, and the next resistance above that is sitting at $130,000, right? So we are on a verge of a massive short squeeze. Okay, and today I want to make sure that our bags are loaded, right? Make sure that we have all of the entries we've been looking for, because a good sign that we're seeing here is Bitcoin dominance. Okay, not only has gone and retested the trend that it lost last week, right? It's actually giving us signs now that it's ready to lose this trend over here. And I want to zoom in and show you guys here. Basically showing us that at any point from now, right, from the show right now, okay, we must get ready for a strong altcoin bounce at any point. We saw a bunch of altcoins break out of trends yesterday, and now we are coming in for some retests. And you can see that the total 3 itself, okay, is getting near the bounce point. It did officially put in the first higher high, which was important. Previously, we were not getting there. There was the high, lower high. Now we have a higher high. Then we look for a higher low. Then we look for a altcoin short squeeze. So again, today I have all the trades loaded. I have all the positions in. Okay, even my short-term trade positions are now in. Okay, and I want to make sure that we are ready for both scenarios. We will speak about a short-term rejection as well. And let's say it wants to go a little bit deeper. Okay, but the main thing now is get ready. Because when this altcoin pop happens, it's going to happen quick, and it's going to leave a lot of people sitting far behind. And that's going to create this FOMO. It's going to create this this run into these type of trades, right, very quickly. And that's going to be the trap, right? Where for us now, the market has broken out now. Bitcoin broke a new higher high. It is coming to retest. Let's focus on the buy zones now. Let's focus when it is red coming down into important zones and not chase the damn pump. So guys, hope you're all having a fantastic day. Hit the like button if you're here to fight a damn bull market with me. No more wasting time. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like 𝗧𝗿𝗍𝗱. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
Brand channel, hit the subscribe button. Guys, like it up. Who's positive here? Who's ready? Who believes, right? Who's hopeful? Because again, I want to show you this over here on high time frames here quickly for a second. Right? I want to show you. Okay. So if we look at Bitcoin itself, this was a school event I did last night. Okay, but I want to show you this quickly over here. Right? I want to show you where we are high time frame emotionally, and I think it kind of makes sense. Right? If we look at where we are, we know this cheat sheet, we know the emotions, right? It's very clear that Bitcoin's kind of in this optimism level, right? There was a very big hope stage that we went through last year where Bitcoin was trying to get through the all-time highs of 70,000, and we sat there for a couple of months. Right? And that was, we hope Bitcoin's going to break all-time high. We hope the ETFs are going to launch. We hope that everyone's going to pump Bitcoin to the moon, right? Very much hope stages. After hope, we then clearly went into optimism, where people then believe that, well, Bitcoin is in a bull market now, and Bitcoin's raging, right? And if you look at the previous cycle, you could see it very clearly over here too. We went through the big COVID crash. We made our way up. We were hoping Bitcoin was going to break all-time high. Now, remember, hope is that stage of, we don't know if it's going to happen. We're kind of hoping, fingers crossed, that it's going to happen, right? Those type of things. So what happens when you have these emotions going to the upside, these green emotions? It kind of starts off nice and tame, okay, where it's like, I don't know if I believe this just yet. Ooh, we're getting somewhere interesting. I really hope that this is it. To, oh, shit, this is it. Oh, crap, this is it. Oh, go. And you start to have this massive amount of euphoria start to kick in. Okay, and you can see it very clearly here that as we went up, is it really? I hope so. Brrr, okay, it's going to happen. Go, right? Full blast move over here. And that's where Bitcoin went when it finally got through the big all-time high, right? Got through the hope stage and it went. Now, the big concern for us for a long period of time now have been altcoins, right? Where the hell are the altcoins? Guys, altcoins are at hope stage. Aren't you all hoping for a damn alt season? Aren't you hoping for your altcoins to outperform Bitcoin and go absolutely parabolic? Right? We are definitely at hope stage. And I don't want you to forget what comes next, right? What comes next is the confidence emotions, right? This is the unsurety emotions. And after this becomes the confidence emotions. And again, before we get to the confidence emotions, is the best time to realize that there's 20% of people that make money in crypto and 80% that lose money in crypto. Okay, be a part of the 20%. The 20% is the ones that fish in disbelief hope stages and fish in those desperation stages and those type of things. So again, we zoom out here. Alts haven't even begun. Again, you look at the charts and you realize that we are still very much in an uptrend, right? We are still going to the upside very much at this point, but know what comes next. Know that these specials and these opportunities and stuff will not always be here. They will probably be here in about 2-3 years from now when everything comes back down to the bottoms again. But as we stand right now, we've got to remember where we are. And we're very much in this hope stage. But after this, remember, Bitcoin was here 3 weeks ago. It was just fighting this damn midway resistance, right? Which is basically this midway path over here from what we dumped. And Bitcoin was fighting that, right? That was the $96,000 or $95,000 that it fought for a while. The moment it got through it, look how fast it was up there. Again, where we are right now is we're making a bull flag on the high time frames. Okay, one push from alts through the zone, and we are going to Valhalla, right? We go to the big areas again. So again, I want to remind you, your high time frame positions are vitally important right now, right? These are important, not just leverage, not just this, positions that you can hold that are going to be strong, right? Very, very, very important. Okay, let's jump in here and let's go through it. I want to go through a couple of alts that are in buy zones at this point. So let's start off over here. Bitcoin is fighting this resistance, okay, and it has support below it. I think personally, Bitcoin is going to go for it, right? Now, there will be little traps, and I saw that when we hit this 108,000, apparently there was like $40 billion worth of shorts that would get hit, right? And we actually hit it just past it, right? So we just went, it was sitting here around this $107,900, right? There was something like $40 billion of short liquidations to get hit. Look how price went this morning, or went a couple of hours ago, just hit past it, liquidated all the shorts, okay? Then all of a sudden, what does that do? That triggers this long mentality. So all the longs have kicked in. Now we trap the longs, okay? And then we go, right? So again, what I'm expecting over here is there are some support zones. I'm going to show you guys now. I expect a pullback from here and a slow climb up. The difference this time, this is the difference. Big boy Bitcoin went into the club last night, went to go see if the tables were fine, right? Make sure that the vibe was good, was amazing. Now it's time to send Bitcoin's crazy buddies, right? Because if you look at this over here, Bitcoin dominance, at any point now, the cliff is going to happen. We are getting signs right now that on a bounce, the altcoin bounce is going to be strong, right? Now, the only thing that changes this to go parabolic again is the Bitcoin just goes for 130K in the next week, right? It just goes absolutely parabolic. Then, nonetheless, your alts are going to pump anyway, right? But this is showing us here yet again that the big crazy friends, we all have those crazy friends that come partying with us now and then, they're about to join the party. So don't lose concentration on, look at this. We are getting there, and it's showing us at any point now, altcoins are going to move. So let's go look at altcoins. Altcoins are sitting in buy zones right now, right now. And again, we'll speak about one little trap. Maybe we want to go a little bit cheaper, right? We'll see. But I'm not at that point where I'm fighting for even cheaper right now, because the 2% doesn't really matter to me right now. I'm fighting for the entries to make sure I'm in this damn market, right? Michael, get out of here. Okay, let's go. So here we have, Michael is one of my friends, by the way. I see he's here. Sometimes to get out of here. Here is the breakout of the wedge. There is our first higher high. Okay, and now we're looking for a higher low. And then what happens after that is I do expect at some point a nice little fat green candle. Okay, and then the real short squeeze happens, right? And the move will happen pretty quickly. And again, it would be incredible if this decides to drop and Bitcoin breaks all-time highs. Then you're going to see one of the biggest altcoin pumps we've seen in the last year or two, right? So this is showing us strength now and showing us buy zones are in the areas right now. And if we look at this over here too, the USDT dominance, okay, just before I jump into the altcoins here, because I want to show you guys a couple of alts that are in buy zones right now, right? If we look at this over here, you could see that we had this important trend, okay, that it rejected, okay, and you could also see that over the last 24, 48 hours, we started losing these important trends. So that means that this pullback is in play, but it shouldn't last too long, okay? There might be a little trap here, but from here, we get going, because the moment we lose this low here on USDT dominance, we are going down to the areas of where we were with the altcoins a couple of weeks back or couple of months back. And that's exciting. You know, that's the big areas we have been waiting for. So let's go through a couple of buy zones. One that is getting to a decent buy zone now, okay, is Solana. Therefore, I fired up the Solana accounts. I fired up 3 accounts. I obviously got my SOL positions in over here, which are not too far from entry right now. There is my SOL. I've been buying between this 164 and 167. So my SOL positions are in. If we look at my SOL, I'm 44. I'm about $350,000 long on SOL. Okay, on this position over here. Then I'm long over here on Solana. Right, my entry price is the 165. Okay, coming straight into that zone right now. I'm long, and I'll show you guys where I'm going to put some stops on this as well, and just show you if it wants to go a little bit deeper where we're going to go, because all that you have right now is they're trying to trap the Bitcoin holders, right? That's what's happening right now. So because altcoins are grouped with Bitcoin, they kind of, remember, Bitcoin is the jock in the group, and then you got all the other guys that are around, right? That's the friend group that you see over here. Okay, but then what happens is everyone kind of follows. So now there's a bit of a trap happening on Bitcoin where the shorts have just been triggered. They just liquidated a bunch of shorts. Now there's a little bit of a trap happening to basically trap those shorts, either get them to go short again now because they're upset because they just got liquidated, and now they're going to go short again because they were right, the market is going to go down, then just wrecks them again, right? So there's a short-term trap incoming, and your altcoins are falling part of that, but it is an opportunity for us right now. So the first one over here to show you guys is Solana. This is the time. If we're going to go today, this is the entry, right? This is the absolute entry. If we're going to delay for another few hours and Bitcoin's going to sit flat for another day or two, right? Then this lower, this 161, 164 is the zone for SOL, right? For now, I'm going for it. I'm going for these entries right now. Why? Because if we look at this over here, and I'll clear it up over here again, we are sitting right on support right now, right? We are sitting on a short-term 618 right now, right? We have an RSI, hopefully, let's see where this thing is, at the bottom right now. Fantastic, right? And after this, this is where the short squeeze happens. So you have a nice flag that is forming right now, telling me that this is the hot area for some trades, okay? And this is the position that I want right now from SOL. Okay, again, I can have the thoughts going through my head. What happens to Bitcoin rejects? Or you can follow the damn charts, right? Follow what's there, have confidence, and go. And it's pretty nice about this because you can kind of put some tight stops here to protect yourself at any point. Guys, what I'm preparing for here, I want to go back to total 3 for a second, right? Is from here, I'm preparing for a rally back up to the major highs, okay, that we were at previously, but obviously the really bigger highs. And I want to zoom out over here, is we really get going. So again, the first pusher is strong. That's 25% back to the highs, right? That's already a great gainer from where we are right now, okay? But the next area where I'm really seeing us go is I think Bitcoin at any point is going to break all-time highs, and I think altcoins are going to make their way to all-time highs, right? So it really gives you a good understanding. And remember, I just showed you guys emotions, right? Now remember, emotions play out on all time frames. Right, this is the weekly. This is the high. Let's just go out over here. There we go. The high time frame emotions. Let's zoom in for a second and go look at where we are right now. I see this as bear markets, depression, anger, all of the red. Okay, I see this as disbelief. I see that no one really believed this pump. Okay, now we're breaking through here. I see this before hope. Then what happens is once we get into this zone over here, then we're hoping we're going to break the highs. We break the highs, and then we start getting confidence, right? Disbelief is a phase that you want to rarely be in over here. So again, the first target is a 25% move, but the real target that I'm looking is a 50 to 60% pump, and I think we could get there very quickly. Yes, my bull hat's coming on. I told you guys, like, I was bearish last week, short-term bearish. But I told you when I go bullish, there's no one more bullish than me, right? It's in my blood. It's who I am, right? And therefore, I'm long like King Kong, like I'm in, right? I'm in and I'm strong. Okay. So let's jump in here and look at the opportunities. If you look at things like ETH started breaking out and a higher high was put into play. What was the problem the previous pump? We did not get a higher high. We now have a higher high. Therefore, ETH is getting to areas, and I don't know if you guys are sensing the same thing, but ETH is looking strong, right? ETH is starting to power up, and it's looking like one of the damn strong altcoins again, and this is great. So a good buy zone is right now in the areas of the low 2,500. Okay, and a nice little cheeky order at the mid 2,450, but I don't think these opportunities are going to be here for much longer. I think it is time to get ETH back up to the areas, and my next targets for ETH are up here, which is the 2.9. Okay, it's a shorter term target, but the real targets are back into the 3.3 to the 3.5. Again, out of this disbelief hope phase and into the parabolic phase where things really start ripping and going incredibly strong, right? Dogecoin, keep an eye out on Doge. Now, Doge is still tickling this trend, okay? Keep an eye out for Doge. If it starts to come back into supports, so supports right now is this low 22 cents and the late 21 cents. Okay, these are some buy zones, but keep an eye out on the trend break. When the trend break goes, Doge is getting ready to pop, right? Again, Solana in buy zones. There's more buy zones at 161, 164. The only reason why we would go maybe lower is if Bitcoin wants to just play around here a little bit, wants to sit here for a little bit, right? If so, then we can look at another 2% lower from current buy zones, right? Ondo is now broken off trend, higher high retesting right now as it stands. Opportunities, right? Good support buy zones. We know buy the red. Don't be sad that the market was green yesterday and red today. What do we buy, right? We buy.
Click, click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click, click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the charts, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click, click, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right.
I'm back. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Some weird internet issues. It is what it is. Okay, let's jump back in. There we go. So, Cardano, sexy zones. Sexy zones are Cardano. Break, retest, actually one of the stronger altcoins right now. Okay, so I think once I'm done through the TA, I'm going to give you my thoughts of what I think is going to be the stronger coins to the upside, which ones I think are going to outperform a lot of the market. Cardano into support buys now. Near Protocol is in good spot buys. Okay, spot buys in support here. Same support has been bouncing on for days. Okay, good spot buys over here. Casper, keep out on the trend. Great trend line that's in play over there at this point. Here is Sonic. Sonic, one of the stronger coins right now, breaking out and retesting. Higher high in the buy zone. Sonic, looking strong. Let's go look. This one as well. Look at Algo. Algo breaking out, leading a higher high there. One of the stronger altcoins right now. AVAX, putting in higher highs, breaking out, retesting right now. Guys, they're not going to be here for much longer. Chainlink, good spot entries. A little bit high time frame entries. Sui, good spot entries. Right? Looking really good. So, my bets are like this. I think ETH is going to be one of the leaders of the next pump. Now, again, the tokens with smaller market caps will probably outperform a little bit, but I think overall, I think it's going to be one of the leader alts of the next pump, right? I think Doge is going to melt faces. I do. I think Solana is finally going to hit its real run, right? I think Cardano is going to be one of the top performers. I think Casper is going to be one of the top performers, okay? I think Sonic, I think Algo, so a lot of these here, okay? But I do think the Casas, the Cardanos, the Doges, I think they're going to be released first and then distribute out into the rest of the altcoins. Do you see how I start off with these blue chips over here? Because I have to keep following the cycle. The cycle looks like this, okay? Large caps are my most important and vital buys right now over my micro caps, right? These I buy a little bit later, or I can buy now, but the ones that I really want right now is large caps, okay? The ETH entries are slowly running out, but the large caps are still there, right? And it's showing us that work your way down from quality down into the rest of the junk and the rest of the stuff that is going to rip, because everything is going to rip. Right, everything's going to pump incredibly hard, but work your way down the list. Guys, this is 20. I need else to move 25%. Oh, that's not bad. 25% of your portfolio. Jeez, altcoins are like 98% of my portfolio. Anyway, guys, lots of love. My internet's giving some problems. I'll be back tomorrow. I've given you the buy zones. Get in strong again. Sol, I'm in Sol on 3 accounts. I'm in here. quick shout out to sponsors before I go, right? Blowfin, one of the best exchanges right now. I've met them in person. Incredible people. If you're looking for exchange with no KYC, great exchange, Blowfin, right? I spoke to you guys about a gaming project called My Lovely Planet. I'm warning you, there is huge news coming out very soon. The chart looks amazing. Just want to show you how this chart is breaking out. It is a gaming project. It is nice and cheap. Spot. Something big is coming out. It's going to go incredible, right? Here again, big shout out. Guys, lots of love. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.